Good morning, Raptoria. Good morning. There we are. All right, let's get into it. We finished the castle. Castle is complete. We've completed the castle of Manor Lords, and now we're going to do a little touch-up work, a little detailing, and I'm going to revisit this map another time in a video and give my thoughts about the beta and the future and stuff to Manor Lords. So, yeah. Time to get back into it. Oh, it's just about winter, too. November. Oh, and Tavern Banger kicks off. Nice. Okay, so what we're going to do today is finish all construction that we've been waiting on, but it looks like it's doing pretty good, although I can't hit tab. Oh, there we go. Okay, so we got to wait for a couple of 2-3 houses to get people in there and convert a few things to bakeries and whatnot. So no more house building for a little bit, but we can build a forester's hut. And it would be kind of cool to do foresting down here. Or hell, even over... we could do it in 2 places and have like logging camps and like woodcutters and stuff down there. So that'd be cute. Plus we have a road there, so that makes sense. Then we could have a whole forest here for woodcutting and logging. So let's do that. We'll do one there. Seems like a better idea to do one at the top. Or we could just do a forestry here as well for this logging camp. It's in a good spot. We just pop that together like this. Oh, is that not going to connect? Oh, it's a little too close. We'll build the road first. Done. Alright, and then another one up here maybe somewhere. Although I think we leave a lot of this forest kind of cut like that. Looks really nice. The castle looks really nice. I think this will naturally regrow up here. And I don't want to do any cutting in there. But if we need to, we could do cutting here. In fact, the road kind of curves to the left. I'll put it there for future purposes if we decide to do that. We also got to make room for the salt pit up there too. We could start making some sausages and sell those too for money. That'd be kind of cool. Could also settle another city, but I'd rather spend all of our time just detailing the current one. Let's go ahead and mine salt too. Into the salt mines. There's actually a road that comes up this way. Perfect. Okay, so we'll have a salt mine as well. And we have plenty of pork coming in too. What do we have for pork? 7? Okay. So a lot of that can be turned into sausage. What would be awesome is if sausage is like one of those things that's, you know, 1 pork equals 3 sausage or something. And thus we get more food by processing. Which would be opravdu dobre. For sure. City's looking good? I think so too. Thank you. I built it myself. Okay, so we're building a couple gatherers' huts and then building homes. And we're still working on getting a much larger reserve of food. Now, next year should be a lot easier because we're going to be making wheat and rye bread next year. So that's 2 varieties, which raises happiness, and then also gives us a food diversity bonus. And the house, okay, yeah. And the houses we just built are going to produce food. And then this one's going to become a baker. One of these houses. I think that one. Oh, and of course we'll have more food when the sheep reach maturity. And we have a pasture of 100 of them, which will be soon. We have 5 so far. But a bunch of lambs, too. And I think we did build a tailor. The game is currently on sale on Steam if you want to get it and have a good time. Oh, thanks for letting us know. Thank you. Oh, we only built a bakery. Oh, so we're going to build the tailor. Okay. That's what that's going to be down there. You'll have the recent updates. Pretty good. There's some pretty big issues, but that's why we play betas, to then report and find the issues. Plus, Greg, for the first time now, this is like an update made by a team rather than him, so everybody's got to kind of like work together to figure out how the heck to make this game. You now got people being trained in. Usually people are a part of a game's development a little earlier than it being released. Usually. What is this? Oh, house is on fire. Let's rebuild that. Oh, I think that's the house that's full. Okay. There's a house that burned down because of the spring. And I think, yeah, the logging camp is still full. How are we doing on planks? 437? Okay, I think we're okay for probably a year on those. And we're trading shoes, ale, charcoal. Oh, also, I think we should upgrade the church to tier 2 as well. We'll do that maybe at the start of winter. On this, On the 1st of December, we'll shut the farms down and turn everybody into a construction guy. St. Limit's your birthday today? Happy birthday, dude. Thanks for coming to the stream. Welcome aboard. Yeah, dye making. Yeah, I used to be able to make dyes to make clothing out of berries. I think they should put that back in. That was a cool mechanic. It is rather neat when multiple industries can be kind of part of multiple unrelated things. Like berries, you think to yourself, okay, food. But then when it can be used as a dye, then you're like, oh. But it's cool because then like once you have a bunch of other food sources like apples and, you know, now that there's more fruit, it's like, okay, well, I can have apples and pears, a couple berries, and then all the rest of it can go towards dying to death. Ooh, can you sled down any of those hills? That'd be cool. There's a lot of trees in the way, but we could make a sledding hill. Chairlift. Bum, bum, bum. Where are we at? Oh, 2 months of food. Okay, it's going up. I think we were at 1. Oh, another banger. Let's see. Oh yeah, we're still making those roof tiles too. We just got one guy working that, but that's fine. And all of our homes seem done now. So now we just need to wait for 8 people to move in. Yeah, we just need a ski slope and to invent a chairlift, and then we become thousandaires. We could be thousandaires, chat. Well, luckily it hasn't been too difficult to make money, but it's because we've been putting all of our the things I would have been supplying to the peasants to get to level 3 or whatnot. In fact, actually, to beat the game, we have to get to like large settlement or whatever by having a couple tier 3 burgage plots. But usually you'd supply all that stuff to your peasants to make them happy to then up their tier to make more stuff. But here we've just been straight up selling AO, clothing, and charcoal and been able to make... I mean, I've been able to basically buy the materials. At least all that stone was purchased to make that castle. Hell of a castle. Hell of a castle. Can we move our meat store into the castle tower, or would the stakes be too high? Jeez. Unreal. Okay, end of the year. What a castle. It's a hell of a castle, man. 33. Oh, we gotta make a butcher, too. We'll have to get another tier 3. We'll probably put a butcher and a tailor down here by the sheep. Makes sense. We'll have this guy eventually become the butcher. Maybe right here. Alright, and let's do... Go for more leather for now.
Nice work.
Bum, 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 bum. Oxen to power the chairlift. Good idea. Artit's a city builder with a castle? We talking about a new city builder with something to do with castles?
Come on, laddie, come on.
Ah, that's true. Yeah, later when this game allows you to set up alliances, that'll be so interesting to see if we can like time attacks and things like that.
Why do I have to carry this alone?
34 out of 100. Peaceful snow. Bum, 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 bum. Hmm. $20 rye grain, good. 15 rye flour, excellent. Good. Good. Boy, lots of pork. Boy, that is a steep salt mine. Whew. And tools looking good too. Beautiful. Alright, well, it's time to upgrade the church. Before we do, yeah, policies pop up sometimes telling you that there's new ones, but they don't. It's not functional. It's a bit of a ruse. Damn, look at that. Look at that. Beautiful. All right. Let's upgrade the church. Can we also make cheese in the game? Not yet. Just milk, but even not yet that. It is listed though. Family dynamic. Oh yeah, dynasty stuff. That would be cool. You think streamers would visit that castle? Oh boy. Yeah, maybe. So, George, good to see you. Yep, the update's out now for everybody. How to get it is on the channel in the video. How to update and back up your saves for the current version. Now the sheep should be brought inside. But, yeah. I really wish I could see prices to know if certain trading methods would be worth it. Like, for example, right now we're trading shoes for... I should make that a major trade route, but... Oh wait, we're not trading shoes. I was making those. Wait, was I? Oh yeah, I just kind of turned it on. Well, not like we need to trade them. Anyway, I was thinking like, okay, if we... What I don't like is you can't see a price revealed before you do it. So it's like, would selling shoes to then import leather to make more shoes be worth it? Like, what's the import price of leather we can't see? And what's the export price of leather we can't see? So like, if they're equal, it's probably like one or two, you know? But I hate that how you have to pay to be able to see what a price is. You know? Like, imagine if you had to pay $50 first before going on like bestbuy.com to see what their price on a new TV is. It just kind of seems a little silly. Like you have to pay like a exclusive fee to get into the, you know, like the shoe club to know how much they're buying and selling, and to know that information, that's like what, over 500 coin just to know or risk. Actually, I guess what you could do is save, pay the prices, and then reload if it's bad, which is something we could do. Actually, let's do that. Price check an aisle, Greg. Let's do a price check. All right, so to import leather, it's 15. Shoes better be 20, 25 then for export. And to export shoes, it is 420 for that? To buy that? Scam. To export shoes at 7. It's not even worth it. Importing leather is 15. It is more expensive to import one thing of leather than it is to export a completed shoe. That's dumb. And also, you couldn't even see that until you did that. Stupid. That's dumb. That needs to change. Like, to hide the prices like that is kind of dumb. How many shoes do you get from each leather, though? Well, so that's another good question. I don't know. Does anyone know? Is there a way to confirm that in-game? Where's our shoemaker? Cobbler, there. There should be a way to confirm that, you know? There should just be an easy way to glance at that. There shouldn't have to be like a 42-step guide on how to like properly import and export things for a certain price or something like that. All of this should just work. I mean, luckily we can get plenty of leather from the sheep and the goats that we will eventually have. But I mean, my guy, come on. Again, before you go into the Nike store, $50 entry fee. All this information should be within the thing. Yeah, I know. I just described. I said that before too. I mentioned that before, and I mentioned Costco as well as a thing where it's like, but you could. There's ways you could get those prices. You know, like Costco's a public place. Well, you know what I mean. Like it's not. They want you to go there, so you could ask a friend, like, "Hey, how much was when you went there? How much was a 475 pack of toilet paper? Oh, only $3. Oh, dude, that's expensive." But anyway, like importing just anything doesn't seem worth it. And like leather is not that advanced, but you'd think shoes would be worth way more than 7. I don't know if I'm more disgusted or angered. Okay, well, let's not import any more stone. I'll import tools. Actually, I'm importing tools for 13. How much would it be to import iron ore? Because at this point, I'd like to be able to make my own tools and then, you know, have like a smelter and a smithy. Just to make basic tools. That angers me. Oh well, could be worse. Yeah, exports are getting game stopped. Exactly. You want to buy a shoe? 150 coin a shoe. You want to sell a shoe? 7. Best we can do. Alright, most of these folks are missing something to upgrade. Meats, fish, and animal produce. Which is wild because all these houses down here produce eggs. Oh, and also goat. You saw the playthrough of Tavern Simulator? Oh yeah, Tavern Keeper. Yeah, we had a video out on the channel for that one. That game, when I played the demo, like, I don't know, maybe 6 months or more ago, it blew me away, the customization options of like tables and stuff like that, and then being able to replicate those. And now that demo is going to be out on Monday. So that Tavern Keeper game is going to be a hell of a lot of fun. I think I want to play that again next week. We might stream that again next week if I have time. Starting tomorrow, folks, I'm going to be working on a lot of secret projects. There are games like Farthest Frontier, Anno 11.7 Pax Romana, Jurassic World Evolution 3. What are some other big building games coming out? Anyway, there's a lot of big building games coming out. And some of them I'm getting access to early, or I want to make, like, for example, with Farthest Frontier, some tutorials on. So I may not stream as much next week, but don't worry, there'll be plenty of videos. But when I'm not streaming, I'll absolutely be here recording and making stuff for you guys. So whenever I'm not here, you know I'm still doing something for you. It's not like I'm taking a day off. Gross. Could you imagine not gaming? Ugh. I couldn't imagine that. Shudder at the thought. What of spooky games? I'll probably play some more of those closer to Halloween. I kind of wanted to play Clover Pit again, or I guess for the first time. And we'll play some kind of cool new releases like that. Probably not going to have time to get through like Silent Hill F or any like true horror games, but we'll we'll play a couple, 2, 3. Last year we played the Fears to Fathom series. Like, we started it and played through the whole thing, so... But I don't know, maybe I'll do the Chilla Art games at some point. Or those are good at any time. It's like the devs telling you to manufacture locally rather than import foreign goods at ludicrous prices. Yeah, I know. It's true. But the prices are... like, it's to where you wouldn't even want to, like, import. And I mean, like, I don't think, leather is that crazy of a thing, Like, you'd think, like, the most expensive things would be, like, weapons and anything made with iron. Like, iron parts. Yeah, there's iron parts, iron slabs, iron tools, helmets, plate armor, mail armor, maybe even some of the shields, crossbows, spears. Oh yeah, my game was crashing when I tried to build a castle too, but I got it. And I was able to get like a triple gate going. Uthris is jealous. Haven't heard... Interesting how we haven't heard from Uthris since we've finished the castle. Interesting. Just saying. I know he's here in the chat, I'm sure. Actually, no, he's probably busy. Raptor deserves a holiday. Well... Our friend Elmox wants to go to Japan at the start of November, and I've agreed to go, so I will... Actually, that reminds me, I gotta send him a message. Mail armor can only be ordered, right? Yeah, it's mail order. That's why they called it chain mail. You couldn't make it at your town. You had to special order it, and then it'd be shipped to you. That's why they called it chain mail. Honestly, thinking about it, for that Legacy of the Forge DLC for Kingdom Come, it's a hell of a lot of fun, but I wish they added more stuff to be able to make. You could do the swords and axes and stuff like that, but then again, I guess they did have like a little section for... you hired a guy to do casting and another guy to like make armor and stuff. Henry couldn't do everything, which I guess making it so he's not like, a god tier superhero, which he totally is, killing 4,000 Cumin and other dudes and suspectedly not being dead at all in the story. But, such a damn good... The blacksmithing in that game is so good, just give me more. I actually like the blacksmithing in Ghost of Yotei. Even though that was just like... you hold the PlayStation controller and just do this. It is cool, though, that your dad is a blacksmith in that game as well. It's hard to make a blacksmithing game interesting though without having, like KCD did with the weapons and things you have to use, you know. But the way they made that DLC interesting was good though. It was like, okay, these camps. Hey, one of our blacksmith, you know, wagon trains with supplies was ambushed. Can you go get it? And then you got to go find out what happened. You find out a bunch of knuckleheads robbed the caravan. You got to track them down. And of course, the typical KCD method of either you poison the camp, sneak in at night and stab everybody, or just straight up just scream out in the field, hey, I'm going to kick your asses. And then everybody comes out and you do your little combat. I mean, so many ways to do those things. Speaking of kicking ass, where's our retinue? Oh, they're in the building? Uh-oh. We better deploy them. Oh, also, too, I have noticed that, so we did build our garrison tower. Our manor used to be here, and then I moved it there. And it's just not recognizing that we built the garrison tower, so that's another glitch, too, where it didn't bop our retinue up from 12 to 24. And I don't want to do anything else with the castle. I don't want to edit it or change it. I don't want to crash the game or anything, so I'm just leave it alone. I'm gonna leave it alone. Red Dead 2 Remastered is being rumored. Well, I bet that would probably be at least a couple of years after GTA 6. I wouldn't imagine it being within. Yeah, that'd have to be like late 2027 at earliest. I guess we'll see. I haven't even beat the first game. I mean, you know, the original. The current version. But we'll go back. Hey, YouTube chat, exclamation point Twitch in the YouTube chat too, by the way. We're 2 followers away from 29,300. So if you haven't followed over there, Twitch is pretty sweet, actually. I wish YouTube would step up and do what Twitch has with the chat and the integration, allowing the chat to like do stuff. Like, I really want to play Frostpunk again. I think... Wasn't Frostpunk supposed to get a DLC, this year? I don't know. I really like the Altars, though. I really wish Altars would be, nominated for Game of the Year. I thought that game was so damn cool. That was Kojima tier, like, 11 different characters, but played by the same dude. I don't know why that game's not getting more recognition. There's some really... brutal competition out there, to be honest, but I think more people at least should be talking about and considering the Altars. Salt is quite OP when it comes to deep mine resource, so that with iron would be best. Okay, unfortunately the deep mines are kind of bugged though, but at the moment. But yeah, I think you're right. Mining would be a very powerful thing for a city. Does it even need a remaster? No, a $1 billion company doesn't need another billion, but that line has to go up. What's the 5 best indie this year? Altars goes on that list. Yeah, I think so. I don't know, man. Maybe they can win on some sort of a technicality, like, you know, like They could win on PC Base Builder of the Year or something like that, because that game had base building. Or they'll win like Voice Actor of the Year or something like that. But because I'm gonna be honest, I think Alex Jordan from The Alters, having to play 11 different characters, was miles ahead of like what's his name from Death Stranding 2, Norman Reedus, right? Like Norman just says, like, I swear, like Kojima's characters say like 5 lines now. Ever since Metal Gear Solid 5, it's like, huh, okay, all right, cool, all right, that's all your lines, dude. The game's done. So thanks a lot. Thanks for the 2. If you reload the game, will the Manor update? What do you mean? Are you building a Manor or are you looking to update the game? Tell me more. Oh, the church is almost done. And thanks for the new followers on Twitch. Poor soldiers having to stand out in the cold. Yeah, luckily it's not like in Farthest Frontier, where in Farthest Frontier, if you send your troops out on a patrol like that, they eventually have to come back to eat and stay warm. So your troops can die from the elements in Farthest Frontier, which is pretty hardcore. But here they could just stay out 24/7. And I just put them outside because it's hard to get them out of the castle. You know what we need now is drawbridges, and it'd be really cool to be able to upgrade a wall to have a moat. That'd be cool. I'd like to see you do a video on top 10 game suggestions for 2025. Oh, I see. Yes. Yeah, I'd like to do more of those videos. I think so. The number one thing I keep kind of complaining about is too many games, too little time. So I think what I should start doing is, if we can't play every game, I think it's still worth mentioning that a game is coming out and that it could interest you on YouTube. I think it's a really valuable thing. Like, if once a month I just say, and I'll have to kind of relate it to a category so they're all somewhat similar. So it'll be like, you know, top 10 strategy games of 2026 so far or whatever, and then I'll do it in like March or something like that, because 3 months doesn't sound like a lot of time, but 3 months there could be 10 wacky cool games coming out, and maybe they won't all be like really, really good, but you know, to take 4 good, really, really good ones, 3 okay ones, and a couple others that are like demos or whatever that you try for yourself is a good mix. In reference to recognizing your garrison size, oh well, I mean, like when I started the stream, we reloaded into the game, so yeah, it's not like I kept the game open all day. So unfortunately, loading and reloading doesn't seem to work. But it's okay. Luckily, we're only playing with the bandits, so we only have to deal with small, unorganized groups of rabble. But thanks again, sir. Thanks a lot for the 2 again. I mean, it's a good thought, though. Like, a lot of problems in this game sometimes are solved by reloading, but unfortunately, that's not one of them. But I suspect, though, that... So Greg said he was able to fix a lot of the main problems people were having right from the start. Like, as soon as the beta came out, within about, like, 4 or 5 days, he had said that he had a fix for all of these things. He hasn't fixed them, like, for us to play publicly yet, but he's been able to, like, you know, run a simulation and be able to do it that way. So for the remaining issues, I wonder how long some of the big stuff's going to take to fix. Like, I wonder what he considers to be the big problems that will take, you know, a lot of effort to fix. Because other things he said he was able to fix real easily, like tweaking the amount of clothing and stuff that the burgage plots consume and things like that. A couple of issues just seem like, you know, forgot to carry the 1. You know, they seem to be like 1s and 0s types of issues where you just had to change something. All right, well, now should be the month for construction, or the season. Oh, it looks like a lot of materials has got delivered. Still waiting for somebody to work there. Yeah, it would be cool if we could defend the castle, huh? I just imagine a few years from now, Manor Lords could have sieges and things might look really cool. I think if we just keep being patient, sticking with it, and giving feedback, Greg will make something pretty special. I mean, this game's already pretty special, but it's got to... Greg's got to reach his full potential. Wow, we got 46 little sheepy now. So 7 of those sheep, 39 are lambs. Good. So where a lot of our money's going now, importing sheep. Yeah, I guess when we design the walls, mostly for looks. We'll have to see what the game mechanics will be in the future for actually defending. But at this point, this castle is just basically like, okay, the game keeps crashing. I want to make something interesting, but I don't want the game to crash. So I had to like build it ASAP. I had to get her done, brother. Okay, well, let's speed up time. Let's get through the winter. I think everything is looking all right. And hopefully other things get built and homes get moved into. There's a road that goes up the mountain, I think. Yeah, right there. Oh, I see there's not a road that connects these two. Oh, there is. They just go around. Well, then we'll make a road that goes that way. There we go. Food's looking a little light now, but winter's almost over. All right, this should be the big year for food because now everybody's back to farming, and we'll be doing rye and wheat bread and flax, and we'll be able to make nicer clothes too. Maybe we'll export some.
Really need some sharp.
I think we'll bring those taxes down a little bit. Go to 5. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, the salt mines are complete. Yeah, and then it's like, when I run out of salt, like this is why the inner regional trade is going to be important of having multiple cities, because like importing won't be enough. But I think there will eventually be a point where you run out, unless you find other deep salt deposit. That'll be where it comes from.
Bring this here, move that there.
These guys seem to not have water access over here. Wait. Oh, the water's over there. I could upgrade the well. Yeah, let's do that.
Berries, bursting with flavour and fit for a king.
Oh, there was water access there.
Tasty.
53 for tax. My finger slipped, okay? What's up, Jay?
Gave the old ox a handful of month-old grey. He spat it in my face and tried to carve me a new nipple. Burn them.
Yeah, it was a long walk up to that castle, no matter which way you go. There seems to be like a road, you can kind of see the roads. There's a road that swings this way and goes up to the castle there. And then a road that goes this way. And then there's a road that goes down to the town. But it's all pretty steep and stuff in there. And we could build a road here, but I don't know if that's even... What I'd really like to do is to be able to make a road that goes back and forth. But it's hard to build a nice looking road when you can't see with the trees. I'd have to chop down all the trees, build the road, and then like rebuild everything. And it's like, eh... Alright, let's get the farms up. Hopefully we don't need another farm. We probably do. It is what it is.
berries, so plumpy.
Is salt a commodity? Salt is a crafting material, okay. Ooh, bandit camp was sighted. Nice. There we go. Do it. You want me to chop down the whole side of the mountain? I don't know. I'd take a couple, 2, 3. Darren, thanks very much for the sub. Welcome aboard. Piggies seem to be a good source of food with carrots. You're correct. Carrots are supposed to be like a medium crop. Cabbage are supposed to be a high yield, but holy crap, the amount of times that I've had a burgage plot like bursting with carrots. I've had to build like 3 new large-sized granaries and employ like 40 people just to be able to go pick up carrots from like a couple of 2, 3 burgage plots. It's insane. So carrots are like a mega superfood. Like, look at this. There's 37 carrots and 55 cabbages, but with the I think I have like 2 or 3 burgage plots with carrots, and then like 5 or 6, like double that for the cabbages. But carrots seem to put out as much as the cabbages do. Crazy. Oh, good. We got our wheat fields going, and flax is going too. Oh, look at that. All right, so the flax fields are good. We've got 2 wheat fields. Wow, it's going to be a massive farming year. Hold on a second. I don't know if we're going to have enough people to actually be able to harvest all that stuff. We might need another backup emergency farm. That's a lot of crops. That is a lot of crops. Because that's multiple fields of barley, rye, and flax. That's crazy, my guy. Yeah, apples are... Yeah, you're right. Apples are really powerful, too. I'll build this other farm back here. Yeah.
Summer's coming soon.
Bum, 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 bum. Okay, so that's going to be another building going. And then did we use our logs? Okay, the logging camp is just starting to be used. Before, I think we were just pulling logs from all around the map that were on the ground. So now we're going to start pulling from the actual logging camps, which is good. Because they've got like tons of them sitting there. Then we can do some more crops here. I think I'm going to leave that mining pit and then just like farm around it, just because it'll look more interesting, you know? Sometimes I also like to build like a mill in the middle of a field and then build, you know, fields around the mill. $54 sheepy. Let's go up to 65 on that. Sheep are kind of cool how they move in their herds like that. They're really peaceful. It's just interesting to watch them just kind of walk around. Oh yeah, we will build fences to get this fertility up. I think once we hit 100 sheep, then I'll start building these fences here. And I did finish some forester's hut, so actually I could even build a forest here. And the loggers could... Actually, we should do that. I'm going to get these guys to plant some trees back here. And then this will be perfect for logging and for firewood making. So that'll make that forest industry sustainable. What kind of mine was that? It was a clay pit, but it's empty now. And then, I think we're done with the stonemasons now. Need somebody to move in that house so we can get a tailor going. Then again, a tailor will have to just wait until the flax is done. So this year is a good time to have a tailor. And do we have enough planks for the... Oh yeah, each of these farm fields, no matter how big it is, requires 5 planks too. So that's what, 10, 20, 30, 40, maybe 55 planks? 55, 60 planks or something. Nothing. That's nothing. No biggie. Oh yeah, we gotta deal with those knuckleheads. Yeah, oxen are pretty cheap in this game, very cheap. But they're kind of the only way to build. And they're very important for logging as well, which is all part of the building process. Here they come. Blue shields, let's go. Yeah, I think we'll be able to get cows eventually, and like I wonder how the animal farming is going to work outside of like it does seem accurate that for the most part pigs will be like in a burgage plot, and that sheep would be kind of in larger pens with cows too. But I don't know, maybe there'll be a way to kind of have a smaller like cow farm or something where like a couple of cows could be at the animal pen, and then maybe you could do a larger scale thing where you could have a few more cows. Ryan, thanks for the 2 for the troops. Thank you. That shall pay their wages. Another victory.
Come along, then.
Okay. So another farm going down. Planting trees. Oh, look at that. Resources added to inventory. One rough stone to the large storehouse. Oh, so if they steal your stuff, you can go get it back. That's cool. I didn't even notice that. How to make cheese without milk? Chemicals. Buy American cheese. Craft singles. Yeah, Forester's in the game, yeah. Yeah, we could cut down this whole forest, but one of the bonuses of not doing that is if we keep a lot of the forest here, we're at 67%. We get a big bonus for that, so we get like a bonus to pigs. So we get like a 67% chance of an extra yield from pigs proportional to woodland environment. So we can get way more pork and stuff. So this is essentially feeding our people if we leave the forest there. Also, it says trapping yields and hunting camps are proportional. So if I regrow a bunch of trees... Oh, and same with the tanning, too. Tanning is also 67% more effective as well. So if I grow more trees, then it'll increase the output of pigs and leather and stuff like that. So there's actually a bonus for, like, maintaining the land and kind of leaving things alone. And feeding your people is kind of one of the most constant things in this game, and difficult too, because every burgage plot you got to think like you gotta make food with it almost. Oh, the stone well is complete. How lovely. Can you get goats? Yeah, you can. Goats and pigs can be in the burgage plots, and then sheeps can be in a big field so far, and then chickens too. Foresters are working on growing the fields now. I don't know how slow trees. I don't know how slow it is, but we can. I don't know. Within a couple, 2-3 years, I'm sure those trees will be pretty visible. If it's anything like apple trees and stuff, it'll probably take like 2 or 3 years before trees kind of start to appear. And I'm gonna go ahead and continue to assign people to forestry. We can increase our tanning and we can increase our pork output, which is awesome. Plus, regrowing trees is great because then we can always have a supply of firewood and building material. And I'll probably regrow some of the spot at the bottom of the mountain. That's going to be like the last house to be occupied there. Oh, you can hear him planting trees, yep. Bum, 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 bum. American cheese, yeah. Happiness at 73%, good. Well, cold has a big effect on that. People are less likely to move in because it's cold. And they're mad at you somehow for it. Like, we don't have central heating and air. I'm not moving in. It's like, well, okay. Well, we got plenty of tools for maintenance. I'm gonna leave 5 families for construction and random whatever. We got 60 sheep now. Bum bum bum. In the end, they supply logs without losing more forest right. Nominal production while maintaining the forest bonus to nominal percentage. Yeah, I mean, like, at a certain point, you could... and we do this in a lot of games, where as we're growing, we're cutting down trees just to make space to build a city. But once you got the city going, you don't really want to cut down more trees. And a lot of games are like that, like Foundation and stuff, where just to maintain the beauty of the land. Although here, there's an actual bonus for it in this game. But, like, if you cut deep into a forest... and then cut deep into another section, you could alternate regrowing that. So you could, you know, cut down the section on the left and then immediately start replanting it, then cut down on the right. And by the time the forest on the right is cut down, you can almost have the left side regrown. Although it depends on how much wood you're pulling. Alright, I'm hoping somebody's going to move in any second now. There it is. Okay. We'll probably get a lot of workers back after we shut down the foresters too. We'll let them work for, I don't know, 2 years or so planting trees. And then let nature take the wheel. Ah, yeah, vineyards would be amazing. Yeah, the ability to build like a monastery and do vineyards and do all that stuff would be amazing.
Spat it in my face and tried to carve me a new
I think in December we'll upgrade all the fields to have pastures. And get ready for the sheepy. Actually, let's get these up to... We'll go up to 75 and then we'll be done with lambs. Still laughing about Harry? Yeah, I don't know. Flute's going crazy. What's up, Matt? Welcome back. Okay, so this year should be wheat and rye bread. Be nice when we can make way more food, you know? That'll be so effective to bring in people. Like your approval, because of all the different food variety, that's gonna be huge. That's gonna be so nice. You want to see soil conditions improve? Me too. Yep, the sheep will be able to fertilize the land. It's actually something the United States did in like World War One. I think who was president at the time? Woodrow Wilson? Anyway, they had sheep on the White House lawn for a long time, for a very long time. I think Civil War and stuff too, but anytime there was like a war, they would encourage all the groundskeepers and whatnot, because there wasn't really any gasoline engines or whatever, so everything had to be done by hand, and so they'd hire a few people to take care of sheep and let them loose on the White House lawn. And then they would sell all the wool and or whatever they made from the wool to like raise money for the war effort or whatever was going on at the time. I think Woodrow had like a couple 2-3 keggers. He was doing keg stands at the White House, and then had to pay for the beer. Bum, bum. Toss a coin to your raptor. Shekels for a tea. Oh, thank you. Yeah, that Earl Grey. And or maybe a coffee in the winter, you know? Couple, 2, 3. Do you have sheeps for meat? Well, they're going to be mostly for making wool for the tailor. Here I have a weaver's workshop making yarn. And, oh good, we can finally make our tailor now. But yeah, you can get mutton from them too. Well, we'll see. It does list it there, but I don't know if it works or not. It probably does. Okay, so now we want to upgrade this to tier 2, but these guys got to get meat, fish, and animal produce for this house to be able to upgrade. Alright, so we're out of bread. I just need more meat. We either need eggs or meat. So pork, chicken, small game, chevron. I'm just going to call it chevron. I can't say the other word. You know what I mean. Okay, we got the small game going. All right. All right, well, I'm going to turn this one into another animal pen, probably for pork.
Gave the old ox a handful of month-old grey. He spat it in my face and tried to carve me a new nipple.
Okay, put more housing there. Make sure everything's functioning. I think it is. I think I already did an audit. Oh yeah, the church. Yeah, I think that's done. Oh yeah, there you go. I hope in the future we get to choose a couple of different styles of like church and like tier 1, tier 2 church. Maybe like kind of modify it ourselves. You know, like move where the direction will be facing or whatever within the fenced area, or even increase or decrease the size of the fence just to like better, you know, like right now the church is always kind of square, but it'd be cool to make it more rectangular, or maybe like, you know, triangular thing or something, whatever. And also what would be great is if we could click on a building and add decorations to it too, but that's light years away, I think, for now. Fix other issues before adding new features. Okay, we just got to get that house some meat, and then we'll be good. You haven't lived until you've tasted a lamb crown. Oh, really? Okay, so we're up to what, 75? Okay. And then the rest of them should be able to breed. I'm pretty sure the sheep breed. It's July and we're having cold temperatures. Oh, that's an old glitch. Okay. What do we have for meat? 10 pork. Damn, man. Pork is really good in this game. Pork is so good for if you've got a giant forest. Like, it seems like mostly there's forests. But if we didn't have pork, we would probably be doing fishing. That'd be important. Oh, you made it at chef school. Oh, damn. We got a chef in the chat, yo. Oh, I thought that man was carrying a sheep. I was like, what's he doing? I guess he's getting, he must have sheared it out in the field and is getting wool. Because they shear all throughout the year except for winter, which is December to March. Well, December through February. Till March it ends. Okay, so anyway, they're at 75. They're almost there. And then at the end of the harvest, we will upgrade all the fields. And this house I want to make into a tailor as soon as it gets enough meat. Oh, you can still hear the tree planting going on. Nice. They're going to make that forest thick. You're going to need a big knife to get through that forest. It's going to be so thick. Oh, 55 salt. Now that's interesting. That icon looks as if we hadn't mined any salt at all, but I think salt there was at like 112 or 17 or something. So that means that the UI icon for that is not like emptying it like it should. Like it should look more like this. You know, like it's half empty. Or half full, depending on how you'd like to look at your salt deposits. So salt is a crafting material? Yeah, 63. So I want to get a butcher, but we'll have to import more salt in order to like continue to have him function. It would be neat though if we could do other things like if the forger could maybe gather herbs or something like that for sausage. But I guess the salt is more for a preservation thing. But then again, it'd be like, okay, why can't we have a smoker then? Why can't we have smoked meats and fish? You can build a deep salt mine, yeah, but I can't do that in this particular region without the rich deposit. Yeah, I completely agree, Hardy. I like some aspects of this game and Farthest Frontier. I think Farthest Frontier really has a much more like a deep farming system that just still blows me away. I love that whole like putting sand and putting clay down. And I think when we on the 23rd of October, we're going to be live streaming the release of Farthest Frontier. And I'm thinking for the first time in a while, I just won't play on like, I won't play on brutal or whatever. Plus the developers are going to be there, and you know, I don't want to be struggling with bear kills all the time. I want to build as quickly as possible. We'll go build something pretty. We'll do a pretty build. Sometimes you got to have that. Can you build lakes for fishing? Can't build lakes, but you can. This map doesn't have any lakes, but they will randomly spawn in the maps. But also there's a the game will though try to put fish wherever there's like little lakes and streams. So even though there's no lakes here, we can still fish, even in small streams, which is really cool. So I'm glad that they added that, because it used to just be lakes, and then they added a big river, and I don't know if you could fish on the big river. Anyway, now they have it so there's a big lake map that does that, but it always seems like the fish are in the... It seems like fish are always in the same spot. Well, they'll make that better. Okay, it seems like we have a -1 house. Why? Oh, I think it's because we're upgrading a house. So it thinks like it doesn't exist. I think it's just going to take time before they're done. Oh, farmer's tools and plows from a blacksmith. Yeah, that'd be cool. Okay, I'm going to add another plot there. Just checking to see what we got and where. Yeah, okay. Salt during this era would be also used for metal quenching. Really? They were that thirsty, huh? And I don't want to add one to that just yet. It's weird, it's August and it looks kind of like like it's October or something. Is there a drought going on? Oh yeah, that's why. Lands are stricken by a drought, yep. I'm wondering why things look different. Oh man, we're still going to have a gargantuan amount of crops. Okay, so we have 3 whole farms ready to harvest all that. I hope we get it. Okay, we got 80 sheep. I think that's enough for them to... Well, then again, I want it to be... Storage is full at the charcoal kiln. No, it's empty. Oh, the dyer's workshop? That's not in the game anymore at the moment. You can't make dyes anymore for now. Yeah, I'm waiting on meat to get to this burgage plot, or eggs or something, so we can upgrade to tier 2 and then make a tailor. But the tailor won't be able to make much yet without some more materials, but it'll happen. Oh, you can see some of the trees growing now. You know, actually, if we make a butcher... The butcher's the one in charge of taking care of the sheepy. So that could make a huge amount of meat. Bandits. The fight's gonna be on our territory. Let's fight him down by the old corpse pit. It'll be close. Okay, what was the other thing? Oh yeah, a butcher. I think I want to butcher down here, though. Because there's going to be a ton of sheep. You about to play for the first time? Any first-timer tips? There are some videos on our channel for that on YouTube. And some things from the demo that still apply. That could be a good spot to start. Man, looks like we need more meat in general. Oh, here we go. Go for piggies there. So that might be a good spot for a butcher there. And it's right next to the market, so let's do that. That's going to upgrade to a tier 2, and then that's going to be a butcher. And then it'll be close to where all these pigs and all these goats are and all these sheep, and it kind of makes sense. Nathan, thanks for the 30 months. Thank you. I think we should do another field just for follow. Oh, that'll look cool. I'm gonna leave those fields alone for now. But they just look nice. Cool. Quick view of the castle? Sure. There you go. It's pretty cool, wasn't it? Yeah, we need more wheat, you're right. All right. The castle's looking real nice, yeah. If you build it, they will come. We did. I can't believe it, dude. We completed the castle. It feels so good. And it was arduous, but it was great. Like, it's good to be done. Bum, bum, bum. So I guess since we're gonna build the butcher there, oh, this needs to be the tailor though. So I'm gonna save this spot for the tailor, and then when this is upgraded to a butcher, we'll have some more meat.
Step right up and set.
And then we'll add more expansions so more people can move in. Did I figure the glitch out? Oh, the whole beta is a glitch, but that's what you get with betas. Beta, beta, yeah. Oh, you mean with the price of the castle doubling? Yeah, that's just on Greg. I don't think there's anything a player can do to not let that happen. What did I end up naming the castle? Hell of a. It's a hell of a castle. I guess. Oh, here comes all the farming now. It's September, okay. Oh, lovely. It is September 10th and they're almost done. I think that was probably the right move to get all those people to harvest quickly. Because they still got some flax to do. Not to mention they have to carry things back and forth. But I think the ox are used for that. I thought there was a thing where the people would leave the grain out in the field and then an ox would come over and then they load it on the ox and bring it to the farmhouse. Whatever, it just means farming can get done ASAP. $87 sheepy. Yeah, when are we gonna get steam power? Yeah. Have you done berry herbs to grow leaves for antidote? Oh, yeah. At the forger, yeah. You need to keep people healthy a little bit more this time. Yeah, true. Burgage plots to tier 3 is just a trap. You don't need to do that in this beta. If you're playing prosperity mode, you do need to do that in order to win. But I think if you've got a big enough and strong enough town to where you know you could basically upgrade to tier 3 and then get enough houses upgraded, you don't need to do that. There's not really any winning in the beta, I think. I'm gonna upgrade these wells though. Should have another well by this market. Oh, we could build a well. We don't even need to, I think. There must be another well somewhere. Yeah. Danger, my lord. Wolves are attacking. Yeah, bro, if we could get a stronghold game that looked like this, would have been game of the millennium. Like, we're doing a stronghold reboot, and it's going to look like this. Wow. Where'd the bandits go? Did they even attack? Assign somebody the corpse, but I'm sure we're gonna... Actually, if we fight over here...
Yes, sire.
It won't be my problem. Oh yeah, I think eventually there'll be like crime and punishment in the game. There's public order, so I'm sure the manor eventually... Because there is a tax office, and it says it's cosmetic for the time being, but... It's kind of... It is, but it isn't. Like, all you gotta do is build the small manor building, and I think all you'd have to do is build the tax office next door. But I assume if you could build a tax office, maybe that could become a... the bailiff's office, and then you could do that. Something like that.
My lord.
I'm really glad that they kind of remastered and a little bit remade Stronghold and Stronghold Crusader. Those games are just outstanding. I want to be playing more Stronghold Crusader, honestly. It's quite fun. Did I assign an ox to the farmhouse? The other two, yes. But not one of them doesn't have the plow upgrade. So they're all good. So now they should be plowing and planting for the next year pretty shortly. Okay, so it's only September 17th. And they got all that done. So I think having that backup farmhouse is probably a good idea. Just get the harvest done like as ASAP. Just get it done. Get it locked in. Okay, do we have our... Okay, we're almost done. A lot of materials need to come down to upgrade that. And as soon as the harvest is done, I'm going to unassign all the farmers and then upgrade all the fields, and then that's going to be like 60 trips worth of planks. And then we'll probably make some planks next year. Or later this year. Yay! Victory. Alright, so I think they're going to plant for the next year too. Nice. Now we got yarn, flax, wool. We'll have linen soon. Okay, good. Two rye sheaves and 2 wheat sheaves. What? Did the drought really damage the crops that badly? Well, we had an unexpected drought this year, so we'll have to maybe wait for next year for maximum bread production, but that's fine. They're going to be making more wheat next year anyway. But what did we get away with for flax? Just 2? Wow, that damaged it severely. Nah, next year will be better. Plus we need more. We just need the butcher. Meat's the more important thing. But man, look at those apples and pears. Quinces.
Come on, come along.
It's amazing anything gets done in this town.
Come on.
Oh boy. All right. So next is we gotta wait for October to be over since they're planting. And plowing a little bit. Crazy to see that number of people out there. Crazy. Okay, 91 on the sheep should be fine. Now we need a bunch of people unassigned for building. We want that to be our tailor over there. Oh. This Devil's Hill map is nice. I think it's a nice map. Hey, Delta. Thank you very much for the 10, dude. Check it out.
Think I missed it, but congrats on your castle. Perfect spot for it.
Mm-hmm. Perfect. Oh, good. We're starting to make linen, too. Beautiful. Well, big shame about the previous year with the flax and pretty much a failed harvest. But there was a big drought, so it's not like we did anything. Next year will be best. Best year ever. It truly will be. In fact, maybe we should do... I was going to not do these fields, but now we have to get revenge against Mother Nature. I was just going to leave those fields dormant, but now we're going to up those rookie numbers. They have all of November to plant that field, and we got more than enough hands. Clock in for the banger. Hell yeah. Oh, there you go. You can see all the little trees. Beautiful. So the foresters are probably going to be done at the end of next year, maybe, and then start growing trees. I don't know, but they may also take care of the trees, too, to help them grow faster. Something crazy. Oh, there goes the plow. Cool. Hey, all right. Ready to convert to a tailor. Looks like we can make a couple different things at the tailor. I saw cloaks on the list. Looks like we make clothes, but also cloaks, but I don't think we can make cloaks without berries. And I don't think we can make dye at the moment. Dye. think that field looks ready, but that's not gonna be ready for 284 days. So it looks like it's fully grown, but it's not ready. Oh, they name the sheep? Oh my god, they all have names. All right, so these fields won't be fully operational yet, but that's fine. Let's see. What do we have going on here?
Wait, this wasn't open before.
What the hell's happening? What? There we go. Alright, so we need 2 more planks there. Winter has arrived. We're on assigning everybody 32 families so they can go build stuff and do whatever. Yeah, the soundtrack's very nice. And we just got to get meat. So if we can get meat, then we can have a butcher, and then let's also do more meat again. So Taylor will make clothes, butcher. Butcher, we get a standby. Man, can't they go get some eggs though? There's like, there always seems to be eggs. You know what would be nice too at the tailors if we could choose what to make for clothing, like winter clothing or, you know, whatever. How much RAM do you have? Let me see. I don't see any. Oh, actually, wait. Another thing we need to be doing too. Slow down here. Is pasture the fields. But I'm kind of worried if I hope if I convert the field to a pasture that way, I hope it doesn't prevent the field from growing or something until they, you know, build it. We're doing field testing, literally. So, also, I wonder if we can only do one field at a time for pasture. Like, we have 100 sheep, but I don't think we'd be allowed to, like, put a certain number of sheep in each field. It's a shame you can't really see, like, the fertility under there. Very fertile for emmer, which is wheat and rye. I guess we could rotate the crops for another year manually. I don't know, actually, now that I think of it. Yeah, people can get sick. Illness can be cured with herbs now in the game.
The rain and snow is still there.
Well, I'll test it on that barley field then and see how it works. We'll start small just as a test because I don't really trust. There's a way I want it to work, but I don't know if that's how it's going to work. All right, we got 100 sheep. Sweet. I guess maybe we'll do it on the fallow fields as well. Because that won't harm anything. Might be a good way to do that. Oh, good. The tailor's done. Excellent. So we can choose. Oh, we can choose linen, wool, or... Oh. Or gambesons made of linen as well. Well, I think we'll start with wool clothes then. Because we have a ton of wool. And we'll let them do that for like a year. We could switch like every other year maybe. It'd be ideal to do 2 tailors, but the sheep will probably never fail as where the flax crop can. But I could do another tailor right here. But what's interesting though is that with the clothes, it just counts as quote clothes. It doesn't actually keep track of what you got for like warm, and that'll be cool though in the future of Manor Lords if there's more of a focus on appropriate clothing for survival. But yeah, if you want to sell a lot of clothes, it's a good idea to do sheep and flax. I mean, you'll just diversify. It's a good idea. I'm gonna have to make another house, our butcher, I guess. Maybe this house. Yep, I'm just gonna do the butcher there. Okay. Then I want a sawmill to be up. And then planks are, logs are okay for now. Yep, still got plenty. I like how that works in Forestry too, where you can pre-cut down a lot of trees and then have people go do something else for a while. Okay, so 29 people should be gathering, or 29 families should be gathering planks and logs to upgrade buildings and fields. Dobre. Good. Let's see. Made 177 shoes. We're down to 13 leather, 4 hides remaining. Hides are still coming in pretty steadily, though. Yeah, ox are still assigned to the farm, but that's okay. There's not much needing logs at the moment. Rotting crops in the field. Really? Rotting? In winter? Where are they bringing that log? Fields only require planks. I don't know where he's going. Oh, maybe they're working to store logs that were cut down long ago. Well, that might be it. They might be not building anything, but restoring. Because there's a bunch of logs lying around everywhere that were cut down long ago for building that they're probably putting in storage. Okay, 8 planks to be delivered, and then we have ourselves a butcher. Do the pastures fertilize them for spring? Yeah, the sheep will probably eat their late spring, summer. So it'll probably further enhance the fallow fields to be effective. I really liked how it worked in Forestry, where you could do crop rotation that way and then assign cows or whatever to a certain field. Do pelts have utility in game? Yeah, pelts you can just immediately sell from your trade depot. They're only for sale. I thought pelts would be used for making... I thought they were in addition to hides. Like, I thought hides were from animals you domesticated, like goats, and then the pelts were for leather, making like the hides, but no. So pelts are just passive income from the hunter when sold. Kind of nice. Kind of nice. Okay, well, fields are getting done. Fields are getting done. Okay, what do we have for clay? 0, okay. So then... clay furnace is going bye-bye. At least getting shut down. Yeah, pelts are free money, yeah. Bandit camp, interesting. We have bandit camp in the same spot. Okay, running out of food. Well, it is spring. That's how it goes. One more plank. Alright, that's going to be our butcher. Enables mutton and hides from surplus livestock. Wow, we can get even more hides. Alright, well that solves the leather problem. Now we have to upgrade again. It's March now. Okay. $117 salt. I think we mined all the salt then. Salt's all gone. Alright, let's get ready for a fight. I'm gonna go fight them pesky bandits. Pesky. Okay, one more plank too. There it goes. And they built a house in the middle of the road. Oh well. Alright, make mutton. Although we can't set like a threshold or anything for how many sheep are going to be slaughtered. We'll have to keep an eye on that. Building will stop production if the region's surplus of the resource is less than or equal to the reserve. Okay, so that's another problem too. You can't set a reserve for sheep. So with this set, it's plausible that it could possibly kill all your sheep if you don't pay attention. Or none. It might not even function at all. What? Bro, is the royal annual tax 714? What the the hell? Keep an eye on it. It's been reported. Oh, okay. But 740. I thought taxes were based on how many people you had in town. What is this scam? Wow. Yeah, we'll have a video soon on our critical take. Very soon.
My lord! Yes, sire! March!
Now it's down to 99 out of 100. I wonder... Well, we're making mutton now. That's pretty sweet. We'll see how this goes. Pantry is full. Oh, Forger hut again, of course. Well, we'll just keep an eye on the pasture. Make sure it doesn't dip below like 75 or something. But that's a great amount of meat. Sheep may be the greatest source of meat in this game right now. Butcher's Insane killed over 25 sheep in a month. Really? Interesting. Well, that's really good, though. Like, if you... What would be really nice there would be to switch between...
Yes, sire!
Like, I think you do sausages until you get enough sheep, and then you do mutton, and then that, like, it gives a massive surplus of meat. But I can't believe how many animal products we have. We have like eggs, chicken, pork, mutton, Chevon, and small game coming in. That's crazy. Oh, now we're back up to 100 sheep. Maybe you have to have to maybe work around that. Maybe you have to have a certain number of sheep to keep the birth rate up. Why is that blue? Oh, the sky. Look like paint. Okay, then so the tailor's making clothing. How much wool do we have then? Storehouse is definitely going to have to be upgraded. They're going to be able to hold too much. That's going to have to be upgraded. So can we tell what fields have a fence? Oh. That's cool. Alright, so they actually do get a fence, and the sheep will be visible here grazing in the fallow fields. Oh, that's cool. So you actually get to see the sheep in their pasture and in the fallow fields. And that, because we have sheep, increases fertility. So I'm wondering then if the for the number of sheep that we have, like what the calculation is on X number of sheep equals X number of fertility times. Like if you had 1 sheep, 1,000 sheep, or 10 million sheep, does it make any difference of how quickly and how more fertilized a field becomes? Is it more beneficial to build actual bakery or bread? A 4-breader is quicker to convert to a burgage plot. Oh, you mean the communal oven. Well, the communal oven can make bread, but the baker can make more bread with less flour. Is what I've been told. Still don't have enough meat, though. Let's speed up time a little bit. We'll just kind of monitor the meat situation, the meatuation. Bum, 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 bum.
Bring this here, move that there.
Well, that's interesting too. Pasture space 55. Okay. So you could have a field of like 100 sheep and then 55 of them could go there. So I guess there's a maximum per field. So this one's a maximum of 57, but there's only 8. So I guess the sheep herders are the ones in charge of getting them back and forth too. So maybe that number will increase? Oh, interesting. Space for your sheep and lambs to graze. Without enough space, the animals may run away. But I don't think the shepherd would bring over more than 57 sheep then. I think they're referring to this. That's a tooltip that's probably here. Oh, it doesn't say. Oh yeah. Okay, so if your pasture is too small for the number of sheep you have, they may run away. But I think a field and a pasture should be different, because the pasture should be where they are usually, but the fields they would rotate to and from. So if they were to go to the field, it would have to be via a shepherd, and then when they come back, or if they go to a different field. But this would be like they're kind of where they always are. Okay, so from what I could see, I mean, we're not... The sheep are either at 99 or 100, and they're making a ton of mutton from that. Damn, sheep might be the most reliable source of meat. Oh, now it's down to 98. I'm gonna keep an eye on it. Oh, 97. Uh-oh. So I think it might be wise to manual... Oh, now they're back up to 99. Maybe you just need a certain threshold of sheep, so that way they can breed faster than they can be butchered. But then the question is, how quickly after they become a sheep does the butcher slaughter them? Because you want them to be sheep for a while so they can be sheared. Maybe the lambs also produce wool too, but you'd think a fully grown sheep would produce more. So now back down to 97. I mean, so long as it doesn't go into the low 80s, then I think it'd be okay if it bounces right back up. So 100 sheep might be the way to go. chicken is just like not even, I mean, I feel like you could have 100 houses do chicken and you'd only be like 5 surplus. But it's amazing this house doesn't have any meat here. Where's our town granary? Here. Wild. Storage full at the sheep farm. Oh, it's because the storage thing is under construction. It's too much wool. They'll have to pick that up after they're done upgrading. Okay. Oh yeah, that's a good question. Can you make another pasture and split the herd? I want more controls like that. I want to be able to split the herds. Farthest Frontier does it in a very great way where you can, you know, each barn is kind of in charge of its own herd. So it'd be nice to have this farm in charge of X number of sheep and then have each herd kind of be separated, but yet they could use the same pastures and stuff. I don't know, it would just provide more control to be able to perfect their numbers, and then, I mean, it would just help you to more precisely control the fertilization of the farming, the production of wool, and then eventually when they are slaughtered for mutton. Yeah, in this game, sheep are sheared throughout the whole year except for December, February, and January. Well, I'm going to have this house produce meat to fulfill its variety, and then I'm going to convert it to another tailor, I think. And we'll have one doing linen and one doing wool. What's up, Micken? Welcome. Welcome back. So pasture space is at 92 out of 100, so he's slaughtering them pretty quickly. But I'm wondering if there'll be a huge burst of new sheep. And I know we're not importing any because we don't got anybody at the trader. So that's all from births. 91 out of 100. Okay. I like how you can see the shepherds in there. Oh, that one's going for slaughter. Dead man walking, boys. Bum, 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 bum. Yeah, the affinity thing's very cool. We have a overview video on the channel that kind of had like a first reaction on what was new when the beta first dropped, and then I'll have an afterthoughts video soon too. But they've made some really cool stuff for this one. And the affinity system is like, you know, we have a huge forest here, and so the forest is helping for pannage, which is basically like pigs produce more. We're also able to passively gather more bark, so tanneries produce more. And because of the large forest, small game replenishes faster too. So by keeping this area heavily forested and or by regrowing trees, before we were at 67%, now we're still at 67, but we planted a ton more trees, and when they grow, that will increase that percentage. So if we get up to like 70, 75%, if I regrow trees here, I guess there is a way to almost like fully complete a city. Like you could definitely make an area, you could develop it and then try to make it self-sustaining and get it to certain parameters that then you can kind of just leave alone and it'll just kind of take care of itself. What do the others boost? There's like, if you have open space, then it becomes a meadow, and it helps with apiaries because there's more flowers. So you produce more honey, which I think helps farming. I'm just going to keep growing trees down this road. Wow, look at that. The foresters, this area was like pretty barren. Now it's just pretty. Well, that's fine. So I think, yeah, when that number gets low, we just shut off the butcher for like a month and then flip them right back on. Oh, good. We have more space now.
You'll not find finer wares anywhere else. Don't be shy. Sisters and ladies.
I guess we'll sell stuff to the local population. Song is a banger, yeah. Wow, all needs are met except for beverage, which I've just turned the tavern off, so that's pretty much all tier 2 needs met for some of these homes. Dobre. Opravdu dobre. I'll keep that at 1. So to see our animal count, then yeah, we'll check that out. Storage is full at the butcher's shop. Oh, he's got hides to transfer out of there too. Let's have the large storehouse here pick that up. Get that out of his storage, and then the other tannery up here can come pick that up. So hides are there at 37. Great. Should be using sheeps on the fields to improve utility. We are. That's why we built the fields with fences earlier. Alright, so now we're getting into the low 80s for sheep. I'm gonna let it go though. I'm gonna see if the trader can keep up with that and import enough lambs to where we can convert from lamb to sheep. Ah, 81. Does this do a split herd? I mean, they are kind of split by their being a lamb or a sheep, and I don't think they'll slaughter lambs. But there's no way to, like, if I had different sheep farms, yeah. Well, I don't know, like if I build another pasture, would that do anything? I mean, we could try. Might be growing trees there. Let's move this work area here. Let's try another pasture just to see what happens, shall we? Oh, there it is. But I wonder, like for the fields that we have them on now, this will add up to 57 to it, but I don't think it gives a permanent boost without the other pastures. And we can just keep upping the number. It's fine. Not a big deal. What I could do is this. Oh, I see. The maximum pasture size is 100. Even that one was supposed to be 111. But there does seem to be a hidden cap of 100. So that is a litigation. So the other sheep pasture that I built must have also been like 150 or something. That's a pretty big field there. If I cut that in half, it's probably almost 75. Okay, well, let's keep getting more sheep then. So we'll go up to 100 lambs, and they'll become sheep eventually. So let's use the extra space here to boost our numbers. And when each of these fields becomes fallow, we'll continue to build fences on them. I'm running like multiple experiments at once, and I'm trying to make sure they don't step on each other's toes. But, you know, it is what it is. Harvest season has begun. Harvester. Yeah, sheep breeding's still a thing. Our sheep numbers are really high, so they're breeding rather quickly. Alright guys, that's going to be all for Manor Lords for this morning. I'll be back a little bit later with our next Big O stream on the channel, but I do have something that you all might want to see. A brand new game, a new demo actually, in advance of tomorrow's edition of the newest edition of the Steam Next Fest. So there's a link to it. Check that game out. There's going to be a bunch of free games starting tomorrow on the channel. For the next week, starting on Monday, Steam will have what they call the Next Fest, and so there'll be, like, I'm telling you, thousands of games that are going to be free to try before you buy, and they're likely games that are going to be for spring of 2026, like where they'll probably release. So a lot of stuff you could add to your wish list or try it out and see if it's good, if it's bad. Like, you know, you don't have to watch a video on it, you can just try it and see for yourself. So that's very cool. So the Steam Next Fest starting tomorrow, we're going to have like streams and videos out all week. Tomorrow I'm probably going past it of tons of new stuff that everyone could try. Some demos return, some demos are new, and some demos are like, you know, demo part 2 or something like that. So check it out. Links in the chat, and I'll see you all in a bit for our next Big O stream. Thanks for watching, everybody. Manor Lords final thoughts video coming soon. This will probably be it for Manor Lords for a little bit on the channel, as we'll take a break from the beta until it comes on back. So check it out.